One thing I want to tell people about is stocks. Now, a lot of people don't know about stocks. So when they do throw money in the stocks, they lose that money. However, I want to show you guys a lot of ways on how not to lose money. Money is power. And if you can't get it, at least you can set up your children for financially freedom. Also, I see couples. I see baby mamas and baby daddies arguing, fussing, fighting, and everything is over money. One thing, both people, and that you can set your children up for success. Set yourself up for success. How do you invest? This is the S&P 500. Do not go with Robinhood or some rookie app that rookies only use. This is Schwab, Charles Schwab. This is one of the best brokerages, if not the best brokerage. It gives you the most information. Now, this is the Schwab S&P 500. What I want to show you guys is that if in 2015, you invest $10,000 in the S&P 500. In 10 years, you would have $35,000. Could you imagine if I could go back to 615 when I started working, and at that time started throwing $10 a check into the S&P 500, $20 a paycheck into the S&P 500? I wouldn't be talking to y'all today. I would be on the beach in the Caribbeans, sipping Coronas, living large. I wouldn't be here. So if you're 21 right now listening to this, it's time out for us to talk about we didn't know. If you do not know, now you know. Don't get cute with regular stocks. It's too hard for a rookie. So if you're just getting into stocks, stay away from individual stocks for right now, because you'll jump in, you'll lose money, you'll lose encouragement, and that's that. So, your money sitting in the bank makes you $0. And the S&P 500 goes up at least somewhere around 12 to 24% a year. So, in 2020, let's say you throw $10,000. This is a $10,000 investment. In 2020, had you put $10,000 into the S&P 500, you would have $25,000 without you doing anything. You just take that money, throw it in the S&P 500. If you'd have took that $10,000 and put it in the bank, you would have $10,001. You would have literally made no money on your investment. And what do you think the banks are doing? The banks are taking your money. Oh, thank you. You want to give us $20,000? We're going to go invest it into the S&P 500 index fund. We're going to triple your money, and then you want bits and pieces back. Oh, I want $100. Here you go. I want $200. Sure. Oh, and then you keep your money in the bank. You make that bank super rich. Now you get 1,000 people to invest $10,000 to put $10,000 in the bank. They gladly take your money, slowly invest it into the S&P 500, triple your money, triple their money, and give you back your $10,000. Here you go. That's what your 401k is doing. What do you think your 401k? Every day, every month you get paid, every 2 weeks, you take your money and put it into your retirement fund. They say, thank you. They invest it. They quadruple. By the time you, in 30 years, by the time you're ready to retire, they would have, imagine 30 years, they would have flipped your money times 10. That $10,000, every paycheck would be somewhere $500,000 they made off of your hard work when you go to work every day and you paying it to your 401k. Oh, they making millions off of one person. So imagine an employment of 1,000 people, each putting their money into their 401k. They making millions and millions and millions, and they giving you just what you put in. Oh, thank you. You put in $200,000 into your 401k, so you're ready to retire. So here you go. Here's your $200,000 back. Thank you. And I didn't flip your $200,000 into $200 million. Thank you. So now let's say maybe not $200 million, but somewhere $1.5, $2 million. They done flipped your money, and that's each employee. All right. So now let's say you're discouraged, and like a lot of people are. They barely scrubbing. They barely making ends meet. They barely making. Once you have to, once you take your family, let's say you got kids and they got minimum wage jobs. Each of you guys put in $10 a paycheck. your sons, your daughters who work, make sure they start now. They're 17 working at McDonald's. You get a Schwab Index Fund, S&P 500, and say, hey, you got paid today? $10. Boom. $20. Boom. $30. You got your taxes? Boom. Oh, yeah, Christmas gift. I'm gifting you $100 into your S&P 500. These kids got way too much. Kids got 5 and 6, 8 different coats. We out, and now, my thing is this. We're crying about jobs. We're crying about being included. We're crying about everything. Everybody else already knows this. It's 2025 with too much information for us not to be financially free. When people come into this country, they here to win. They're not here to play games. And they win. The children win. The children are already set up. Everybody else knew everything about this. We're the only people that don't know a clue about this. But this video is for everyone. It's not just my community. This video is for everyone. So, if you're just making ends meet, you have to start learning where to cut corners. You can cut corners from your daily routine, your daily life right now. You can take your cable bill, cut it down. You can take your cell phone bill. Let's say if you got anything other than Xfinity. Xfinity got a $30 unlimited plan and it's on Verizon's towers. $30. You could get two phone lines for $60, unlimited. That's what I got. Got my daughter's cell phone, got me a 6 phone for $60, unlimited everything. I know a lot of people paying $100 at T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. $100 for unlimited. $120 for unlimited. There goes $60, $50 right there, cut off. You could take your Xfinity modem and buy one for $60 off of Amazon. And Xfinity is charging you $10 or $12 a month. Within a year, you just spend $120, double the cost of that modem. There go another $12 a month that you just saved. I did a video one time saving people that you can save $500 a month. Groceries, bills. You got to be very frugal. When you go to the grocery store, start cutting costs. Find a way to cut $500 out of your monthly expenses. Invest that. And then within 3 years, you would have that money that you want to put into your S&P 500. And let's say you do make a little extra money that you could put more into that. If you put $500 a month into that within, a year, maybe you're not going to see a big difference. 2 years, 3 years, but then in 4 years, let's say you put $20,000 in 2015. Let's say you saved that up and you put $20,000 in 2015. Now you done flipped it. Now you're looking at $60,000, $70,000 and you ain't had to work. And then within 20 years, you there. And then now that's $100,000. And in 10 years, you done flipped that into $1 million or something. And you're there. So if you get your children started, if you get you started, and then let's say a lady was telling me at her job that she wanted to do a group family meeting. And she was older. She was 60 plus. And I did a video about her. She was saying, Donald, we're going to have a group meeting and I'm going to tell them, here's what they're doing. I'm like, yo, a family meeting should be about solutions and solutions only. How do you get financially free? Everybody else understands. If you're not financially free, if you're not financially well off, you lose in every aspect, whether it's your family, your kids, your community. The poorest people lose. Period. The richest people win. Point blank, period. If your child doesn't have a job, doesn't have money, has to rob, steal, has to work a minimum wage job, instead of going to school refreshed, they got to come to school tired and exhausted. Why? Because they're at a minimum wage job, so they can't concentrate on their schoolwork. So this is the S&P 500. Before you invest, do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a financial expert. Do your own research. Just take a look and just look at the S&P 500. When it's a recession, that's the perfect time to buy. So if the economy, so I missed the 2008 stock crash. If you bought in 2008 when the S&P 500 went here and you bought, and then it popped back up, boom, you just hit. In 2020 when the stock said, whoop, we don't know what's going on. If you was like, I'm about to invest, bink. So the stock said, bink, and then the stock said, doop. So now there's talking, hey, recession possibly. That's good. I'm hoping for it. So if the S&P fall, blink, I'm like, and then as soon as it come out that recession, and then it double, triple, and then it go back up to where it normally is supposed to be. Yes. So millionaires are made when everybody's scared and selling, and they're buying. And when people are scared and selling and taking their money out of the stock market and not buying and the stock go down, millionaires are like, yes. Warren Buffett and all them millionaires, they're like, perfect. Fall. Because now we're going to buy. And then when the stock market go up, they're like, yep. And so the index fund and mutual funds, they always bounce back. So anyway, hope you guys, let me know what you think. Peace, y'all.
City on fire. Ooh, down to the wire. It's my life in the shy.